What's up, people? Good day. Alright, the reason why I come to you today is I'm coming to inspire you people to wake up. Lots of people every day, they waste so much of their creative time to be a slave of another slave. You hear what I'm saying? Most people turn around and waste most of their creative hours of the day to be a slave of another slave during that same day. You gotta wake up. You taking all your hours of the day to work for a slave for $1 that's made in seconds, a piece of paper that's printed in seconds, and you all just keep falling for this same old government thing that they're running out of money. You can never run out of money because trees exist forever. As long as your eyes open up, trees exist. So money exists. People, man needs to turn around and take it out of their vocabulary that they can't or I don't have. Because guess what? When it came down to the Bible speaking of the word becomes flesh, it was serious. Because guess what? You are that word that's speaking. You are that word that's constantly blaspheming against God by using the word I am, or should I say the name I am, in vain. You got to wake up. If we was given everything in abundance and heaven came to the creation came to a completion, don't you know that everything you think is already thought of before? You know what I mean? It's common sense. Start to put it together. What you think already is already in creation after you speak it. So if you live as though you have it already, then it will come. It will never come late. You know what I mean? The thing is, you gotta have patience within yourself to be able to endure whatever the bullshit obstacles is that's around you. Bullshit obstacles, the BS is your belief system. Everything that you believe is what you see and perceive. You gotta understand this, that though everybody that's living in lack and feeling as though they don't have it, you gotta tell yourself that you have it. Live as though you have it already. It doesn't matter what the physical or the world is trying to show you, because guess what? The world is going to have you stuck and continue to have you remain stuck as long as you keep on putting your faith to what you see. So you got to turn around and embrace your dark side, the darkness. The darkness isn't bad, just but don't go off of what the TV tell you and what a lot of other people tell you. Darkness isn't bad. The darkness is only the unseen, the unknown, and everything. If you turn around and be comfortable with yourself and have faith in yourself to walk in the unknown, you'll see there's a lot of gifts and the rewards in that unknown darkness that'll be revealed and brought to you to the light to where you can see it. It's all about the faith and the trust you carry. Guess what? Here's another eye-opener for y'all. When it comes down to God, oh, he do exist. Oh, he very does. But guess what? He exists in each and every one of us. We all think God is the person or whatever, the entity that could do any and everything, but you just never, and you keep on looking to the outside for him. He say put your faith within and trust within. The words is serious. Within yourself. That is where God is. He's within self. There's no separation. If you look at the book of Matthew, the last chapter and the last verse of that chapter, he makes it clear there is no separation. How can I come back to something that I never left? Come on, this is where common sense start to come in at. You got to use your brain. Not even your brain, your mind. Use your mind so you could use your brain and use both hemispheres of your brain to be able to see focusly, to be able to see what you're doing in the darkness. You got to understand that your word creates. Your attitude and your anger and emotion towards it is what pushes steroids into your words to make them stronger, to come back to you. Everything you put out comes back. That's why I say observe everything you say, observe what you do, observe your surroundings, because guess what? Everything has a hidden message. It's all about your awareness. That God that you're looking for that on the outside doesn't exist. The God that only exists on the inside within you. There's no separation. You are one with the word God. God is a word. You are one with that word, with God. What it say in John 1:1? First, there were in the beginning was the word. The word was with God. The word was God, and also the word was a God. Guess what? Everything is God. Period. Everything. Embrace who you are. There's only one God. So if we all open our eyes and we see that everything in our vision is what we create personally, singular. You created that personally. So everything you see in your eyes, you can't separate that from yourself, because that's a piece of yourself. When you put separation in between it, you're separating yourself from yourself. There is no higher or lower self. There's only self. Because your higher self is you and lower self is you. That vibration frequency is you. You are a vibrating being. Stop listening to the world, what the world is telling you, because the world would deceive you in many ways. It's been shown and proven throughout history. And the thing is all you have to do is take a leap of faith. You put all your trust in God. Take your trust that you so-called put in God, and now that you know that God is a part of you and always been a part of you, turn around and put your faith within yourself. This is going to test whether you had faith in God, because now that you know that God is a part of you, do you have trust in yourself to overcome adversity, obstacles, and all the other bullshit walls that come set forth before yourself, that you put before yourself to overcome? Nothing happens for an accident. Everything is happening purposely. There's a grand purpose behind everything. You got to understand this. Don't live as if you don't have, or as if you're in a struggle, because when you live like that and you speak what you're living, that's the only thing that's going to continue to happen. If time did not exist, first of all, it doesn't exist. Time is only measured by a man's patience. So if time did not supposedly exist, everything is now. So take control now and stop living in the past, because that's the reason why you're dealing with the same thing and you're replaying the same day over and over and over again, because you keep on putting your awareness to the same surroundings over and over and over again. So which in terms, you're pretty much everything you speak, you're speaking for the next day in the physical, but what you're doing is you're experiencing it right now, but you're giving it the same response every day. So you're going to keep on going to that same experience every day. When you do something different and live and do something out of the comfort zone, that's when you'll realize who's walking with you. You're walking with yourself. You're walking with God. Your imagination is God. You know that your imagination can create everything. There's no limits to a man's imagination. And everybody thinks that God can do each and everything. So now you understand. You got an imagination that works. You haven't used it in so long, since you was a kid, for the most part. And I'm sure that for the most part I'm accurate about this. 85% of man hasn't used their imagination since they was a kid. And guess what? You separated yourself from the one true God, because your imagination is who you are. You are imagination. You are living in your imagination, having a human experience of the physical. But the thing is, you got to understand, you got to be able to deal with your own emotions before going and dealing with everyone else true emotions. So deal with your true emotions before you can deal with someone else's true emotions. All for you to wake up. I'm sending all this energy to you, positive energy, so that way you could turn around and have the drive to go ahead and succeed. Stop living in the I can't or I'ma try, and live in the I can, I will, and I did it. I love you all. Enjoy your night.